do not need to see my mug today. Well, in my YouTube experience, I don't have an opening jingle yet. However, let me tell you what to expect on today's video. I started to read The Handmaid's Tale, not The Handmaid's Tale, but for Handmaid's Tale fans, the Testaments, because I wanted to read this book so terribly because I am an absolute Handmaid's Tale addicted to that story and what the outcome is going to be. And I know at some point, I haven't asked Dr. Google yet, however, at some point this summer or early fall, Handmaid's Tale Season 6 will be coming out. So hopefully we can find out from the series that was based on Margaret Atwood's book called The Handmaid's Tale, which, just backing up in history a bit, 24 years ago in 1999, Heather Richardson, Faye Dunaway, Robert Duvall, and Aidan Quinn. He played Nick. Heather Richardson played Offred. Faye Dunaway played Serena Joy Waterford. And Heather Richardson, for those of you who don't know, you have to watch this movie, and it's called The White Russian. And it's with Ralph Fiennes and Heather Richardson. Heather Richardson is Vanessa Redgrave's daughter. Ralph Fiennes and Joseph Fiennes are brothers and the sixth cousins of Prince Charles. Also, Catherine Oxenberg from Dynasty, who is really involved with that Nexium situation with Keith Raniere. King Charles is her fifth cousin. Interesting. At any rate, I started to read The Testaments by Margaret Atwood, and it was very intermittent and it wasn't a flow. And today is Thursday, and my original plan for Sunday, Monday, Happy Days was to read the Testaments on Thursday. And my schedule got thrown off, and that's on me. And if I want my channel to grow and reach people and people to reach to me, that's the whole idea, is to create a little community. So I do a combination of book readings, singing, exercise. But to find out why I started this channel, you actually have to go to @LashaRajenko6907. It is the 20-minute video. I'm wearing a white puffy house coat, and there are various other videos, but they're very, they're like home movies. So I started to read this as well as the Palace Papers, because I'm fascinated with what's going on with the monarchy. I am a monarchist. I live in Canada. And there's another book club if you're interested. Her name is Cheery Denise. I fundamentally agree with some of her opinions as a person, but I do not, you can agree to disagree. Just because I do not concur, I'm still a subscriber. And I watch her channel religiously because she's so good. Right now, if you're interested, she read Spare, Tom Bower's Revenge about Meghan Markle and Harry. And then I thought, well, why read the Palace Papers? Because, you know, there's so much information out there already. And I couldn't afford this book. And I won't order on Amazon. I will not do it. So to make a long story short, my girlfriend ordered it for me, and I am going to start to read this from the very beginning, because what Denise does, and I'm piggybacking off of her idea, but she's a literature student, and she's very well spoken, articulate. I was just very upset when she was talking about why Meghan Markle chose Joni Mitchell as a game-changing, like a woman, I forget what the words were, but basically a woman who created change. And it was Joni Mitchell in Canada, and this excellent podcaster found that Joni Mitchell was problematic. This has nothing to do with the Testaments, but I'm getting there. She thought that it was problematic because Joni Mitchell wore blackface in 1977 at a Halloween party. Well, so did Whoopi Goldberg and the guy from Cheers when they were dating. If Meghan Markle didn't have an issue with this, and she's biracial, and she was complaining about, sorry, and she was complaining about racism. Here's my question: if she's complaining about racism and all of this, and Joni Mitchell wore like blackface in 1977, why is it problematic to a 35-year-old woman? Mind you, look, she has 3 children. She reads her books every day in the morning for exactly 1 hour. She pre-reads them. She breaks everything down like Cole's notes. She's amazing. And she's also reading, if you're a Johnny Depp fan, you'll love this. She's reading a book by Juan, and that is Hunter S. Thompson's son. And so far, she started her channel, I think 3 or 4 months ago, and she has like created an amazing book club. Now, I don't have a book club. That's not my main goal, but I am a Handmaid Tale. Why isn't this charging? I'm a Handmaid Tale fanatic. So what I'm going to do, as soon as I can plug in my phone and cover my face, I read the Testaments, and now I can really read it well because I know what is going on. And that's what I was lacking. And so, oh look, my fingernails are dirty. Sorry, I was cleaning the dog today, and it's early, and I still have to take a shower and go swimming and go to the gym. But I'm going to videotape the workout today and put it up because, yeah. Okay, are you ready to read? Are you ready for story time? I love stories. I listen to Cherry Denise, The Royal Grift, The Royal News Network, TNT, Sean Atwood, On the Edge. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I also like talking about the royals, so I want to give you my take on Lilibet's, that poor innocent child that I don't even believe exists, but something went wrong. Okay, let's go back to The Handmaid's Tale, season 6. Now, I haven't watched The Handmaid's Tale to catch up in a long time because I watched The Handmaid's Tale so much when I was injured that I pretty much know the episodes, the lines, everything. I remember that I was, here's a funny story before I start reading. This complex that I live in, I had a friend come over the other day, last week, and she said, "Nice concrete jail you're living in." And I didn't know how to take that, but I also appreciate people's honesty, even if I don't. Whoa! My son's falling. No, son, don't fall. Oh, that's how Brittany explains the royal family. It's like a sun. You know, the closer you are to the sun, the more that you shine. Okay, let me just lean this thing back. I can't remember what I was going to say, and I'm not rewinding this video to find out, you know? So, okay. Oh yeah, I'm going swimming today, and we're going to the gym. And I wish... Be careful what you wish for. I'm not going to say it. Okay, ready? The Testaments, Margaret Atwood, Chapter 1, even though there's Testament readings from the I don't know why there's 3 channels. I don't know. The main channel is this one, I think. And then the other one is where I do lives. But why aren't they attached to the other channel? I don't know what I did. And I'm not asking for help. Because whenever I did, these men that were supposed to like love me, oh yeah, right, when it's convenient for them, that's why I've been single for 100 years. Anyhow, I think Offred's kind of lucky. She's got love from Nick. She has love from Luke. Wonder why they called him Luke. What do you think of their chemistry anyways, Handmaid Tale fans? Luke and June, or Nick and June. I think Nick and June are trauma bonded, right? But they were attracted to each other right away. But there was slim pickings around there. Anyhow. Nothing happens for no reason, even today. Okay, that's 12 minutes of me without reading. There. Much better view. Okay, this is the very, very first. Now, I've read this before, but I'm going to read it again, and I'm starting from the very, very beginning. There's many chapters here. There's statue, precious flower, hymn, the clothes hound, van, 6 for dead, stadium, Carnarvon, bank, tank, Ardua Hall, fox and cat. Pardon me. You know what? There's a forest fires in Canada right now, up in Parry Sound, in British Columbia, Calgary, and the smoke is even coming via wind. And I live in Grimsby by the lake, and it's coming from Toronto. I live over the lake from Toronto. At any rate, so here's the first chapter, and I definitely am going to do this every day, not just Thursdays. I want to get through this book with you. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Begin. The Ardua Hall holograph. Only dead people are allowed to have statues, but I have been given one while still alive. Already I am petrified. This statue was a small token of appreciation for my many contributions, said the citizen, which was read out by Aunt Vidala. She'd been assigned the task by our superiors and was far from appreciative. I thanked her with as much modesty as I could summon. Oh, for heaven's sakes. For as much modesty as I could summon, then pulled the rope that released the cloth drape shrouding me. It billowed to the ground, and where I stood, we don't do cheering here at Ardua Hall, but there was some discreet clapping. I inclined my head in a nod. My statue is larger than life, as statues tend to be, and shows me as younger, slimmer, and in better shape than I've been for some time. I'm standing straight, shoulders back, My lips curved into a firm but benevolent smile. My eyes are fixed on some cosmic point of reference understood to represent my idealism, my unflinching commitment to duty, my determination to move forward despite all obstacles. Not that anything in the sky would be visible to my statue placed, as in its morose clutter of trees and shrubs beside the footpath running in front of Ardua Hall. We ants must not be too presumptuous, even in stone. Clutching my left hand is a girl of 7 or 8, gazing up at me with trusting eyes, as children do. My right hand rests on the head of a woman crouched at my side, her hair veiled, her eyes upturned. Her eyes are upturned in an expression that could be read as either craven or grateful. One of our handmaids, and behind me is one of my pearl girls, ready to set out on her missionary work. Hanging from a belt around my waist is my taser. This weapon reminds me of my failings. Had I been more effective, I would not have needed such an implement. The persuasion in my voice would have been enough. As a group of statuary, it's not a great success to crowd it. I would have preferred more emphasis on myself, but at least I look sane. It could well have been otherwise, as the elderly sculptress, a true believer since deceased, had a tendency to confer bulging eyes on her subject as a sign of their pious fever. Like fervor. Fever, fervor. Sophie's pawing me. That's me talking, Lasha talking. Sophie, just 1 minute, honey. Okay. Her bust of Aunt Helena looks rapid. That of Aunt Vidala is hyperthyroid. And that of Aunt Elizabeth appears ready to explode. Okay, I'm going to repeat this so you remember the characters. I had to read it a couple of times to remember. So there's Aunt Elizabeth, and she's the one ready to explode. Aunt Vidala has a hyperthyroid, and Aunt Helena looks rabid. Okay? And the unveiling, the sculptures was nervous. Was her rendition of me sufficiently flattering? Did I approve of it? Would I be seen to approve? I toyed with the idea, frowning as the sheet came off, but I thought, better it off. I'm not without compassion. Very lifelike, I said. That was 9 years ago. Since then, my statue has weathered. Pigeons have decorated me. That's pretty funny. I forgot that part. The moss has sprouted in my damper crevices. I ignore the breadstuffs. Usually they have been rained on, but pocket the oranges. Oranges are so refreshing. I write these words in my private sanctum within the library of Ardua Hall, one of the few libraries remaining after the enthusiastic book burnings that have been going on across our land. The corrupt and blood-smeared fingerprints of the past must be wiped away to create a clean space for the morally pure generation that is surely about to arrive. Such is the theory. But among these bloody fingerprints are those made by ourselves, and these can't be wiped away easily. Over the years, I've buried a lot of bones. Now I'm inclined to dig them up again, if only for your edification, my unknown reader. If you are reading, this manuscript at least will have survived. Though perhaps I'm fantasizing, perhaps I will never have a reader, perhaps I'll only be talking to the wall in more ways than one. That's enough inscribing for today. My hand hurts, my back aches, and my nightly cup of hot milk awaits me. I stash this screed in its hiding place, avoiding the surveillance cameras. I know where they are, having placed them myself. Despite such precautions, I'm aware of the risk I'm running. Writing can be dangerous. What betrayals and then what denunciations might lie in store for me? There are several within Ardua Hall who would love to get their hands on these pages. Wait, I counsel them silently. It will get worse. Tomorrow morning, approximately 10 o'clock Grimsby, Ontario time, I'm going to start chapter 2, Precious Flower. So let's listen to this one more time. And I also wanted to say, to me, and from what I've read, because Margaret Atwood is not an easy read, you have to be somewhat intelligent. I don't mean intelligent. That's the wrong word. There's different types of intelligence. And you know, I don't read a lot at all. I learn by watching. But if I read out loud, I retain. And that's just the way that I am. That's why I love audiobooks. That's why I'm doing this. I hope you enjoyed that. Listen to it one more time. And leave your comments about what you think that means in today's current society. I'd love to know. Thank you for your attention. I will be back with you tomorrow morning at 10. My glasses and I, and how could I forget? How could I forget? Sophie Ann. Sophie, where are you going, lovey? What you see? What you see? Oh, she's stretching. She's stretching. What do you see, me love? Oh, Sophie never growls. What's going on? What is it, Bobbins? What do you see? She never makes noises like that. What is it, Sophers? Oh, something's irritating her. Something's irritating my baby. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Hey, 22-minute video, not too bad. Next time I'll stop the talking and just continue reading, and let's discuss this one chapter tomorrow. Please leave comments. I can't have a book club by myself on, you know. And we're reading this book. I'm doing it every day, like Cheery Denise. So if you want to learn about revenge, Spare, or Juan, who is Thomas Hunter's son, it's Cheery Denise, Cheerie Denise, and I'm reading the Testaments. Okay, enjoy. Check her out. She's great. I don't know her. In fact, I've left her comments about very positive feedback, but areas where I think she can improve, and also real specific about how good she is at what she does. So when people write in comments, I think it's really important to be kind. Somebody said to me when I put up a video that people will do anything for attention. What are you talking about? You know, whatever. Okay. Oh my God, sorry. That was a real long, sorry, okay, bye.